Hello, I'm Brother Dave. Today I'm going to share with you a rather specific tiny prophecy which gives us some useful information with regard to the construction of a Jewish temple in Jerusalem. In the Revelation and in the prophecies of Daniel in the Old Testament, there are a number of references to a period of 7 years and a period of 3.5 years. There is some confusion in the King James Version because this period of 7 years is translated as a week. The reason for that is because in Hebrew the same word is used, whether it's 7 days or 7 years. Nevertheless, if you compare that with most modern translations, you see there's nearly a universal agreement that it is actually 7 years that's being discussed. The period of 3.5 years is also described as 42 months or 1260 days in the Revelation. The 1260 days is particularly useful because it shows us that the calendar being used in those prophecies is one with 12 equal months, 30 days for each month, or 360 days for a year, whereas our present-day calendars measure a year at 365.25 days. Anyway, using the 360-day calendar, if we're going to measure 7 years, then we would just double the 1260 days for 3.5 years, and we would get 2,520 days for 7 years. In Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, there's reference to a 7-year period from the time when an agreement is made until the end of everything, or the return of Christ. And it also refers to 3.5 years when it says that the sacrifices will cease in the middle of those last 7 years. However, in the previous chapter of Daniel, chapter 8, verses 13 and 14, there's another number that pops up. That's 2,300 days. It says that there'll be 2,300 days left from when the sacrifices begin until it's all finished. So if we put these two references together, we'll see that there are 2,520 days from the time this agreement is made until the end. And there are 2,300 days from the time the sacrifices begin to the end. Now at the moment in Jerusalem, there has been no agreement and there are no sacrifices being offered. But devout Jews have been longing for both of these things for centuries, and they may be getting close to getting that. So what about this discrepancy of 220 days? If the longer figure, the 2,520 days, starts from the agreement to rebuild the temple, and the second one starts from when the sacrifices begin, then it seems quite reasonable to assume that that period of a little over 7 months, or 220 days, is how long it will take to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. Christians have been watching for this for decades, ever since the Jews returned to Palestine. When we know the agreement has been made, then and only then can we accurately predict when Jesus is going to return. In my end-time novel Survivors, chapter 11 takes place during the final 6 months of those 220 days. While the world is busily throwing together a physical temple over there in Jerusalem, there are 12 tribal judges bringing together, miraculously, 144,000 genuine believers from around the world, 12,000 each from 12 different regions of the world. The race is on because they know that once the sacrifices begin, there's less than 3 years left before the middle of that week, the time of Great Tribulation, when the Antichrist seizes control of the temple in Jerusalem and sets up the most oppressive regime ever in the history of the world. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so and read my novel Survivors. While you're at it, click on the link to my study book, Armageddon for Beginners. The two will help you to put together the various prophecies and get a clear picture of what lies ahead for us as Christians. There's also space below for you to leave comments with your thoughts on the various topics that have been discussed here. I'll be back after the next chapter of Survivors, but in the meantime, keep following the Lamb.